Everyone, this is Emily with Canix's product team, and today we're going to go through a process of creating inventory for our beginning upload into Canix. This template should be available to you to be able to copy and enter any of the information that you have for your facilities. We'll move on to non-cannabis products, but if you aren't managing any non-cannabis products at this moment or don't have any on hand, you can go ahead and skip this process and move on to the next video where we'll upload this inventory. Non-cannabis products are used in bills of materials and can also be applied ad hoc to any of your packaged or plant inventory. This can include things like nutrients, fertilizer, gloves, or as well as your packaged and production inventory like labels, jars, sugar, or anything that you put into your formulation. If you don't already use a SKU to differentiate your inventory, then you can go ahead and leave the SKU field blank. They do need to be unique for each of your non-cannabis inventory products in each facility. So if you do already have a SKU or a product with that SKU created, then you'll need to change the SKU as you'll see here. If you don't already manage SKUs in your facility today, then I would leave this column blank and you can always go ahead and add a SKU at a later point. If you're sharing this particular inventory across all of your facilities or across a few facilities, then you'll enter all of those facility license numbers that are sharing that quantity in this. For example, if you have sugar being shared across all of your production licenses within the same facility, and you don't know how much sugar applies to one license versus the other, you can go ahead and add both of those licenses in this column so that they can pull from the same quantity of sugar. If you do know or have specific inventory for each facility, then you'll only enter one facility in this column. The units apply to the main units that you want to see in reporting or how you mainly purchase this inventory. When you go to actually enter the lots and the quantity that you have on hand, you can enter those as different units, but you'll want to make sure that the units are all within the same family. Meaning if you enter a count-based unit each here, all of the lots and quantities that you enter will have to also be in each. So if you do purchase anything like a jar of product, you're not going to enter that you have 5 jars on hand, but you'll enter the actual weight that you have of that inventory for how you're actually going to be deducting it, either milliliters or grams or whatever that inventory is being pulled as. If you have a count-based product, you'll also determine whether you want that count-based product to be able to be deducted in fractions. In most cases, count-based products cannot be deducted in fractions like jars or lids or labels. You can't consume a part of one of those. So you'll enter false here for all of those. For weight-based products, you do want those to be deducted in fractions or in partial consumption, so you can enter true for that. Next, you can optionally add a product category to each of your non-cannabis products to determine either what the use of that is for, or if you're packaging on behalf of other brands or other customers, you can determine that brand or customer packaging. This category does need to exist in Canix first, so follow the instructions to create product categories for non-cannabis products in your account before adding it here. Again, this can be added at a later point as well. You can always add this or update this inventory later. Select the location of where this non-cannabis product is held. This location also needs to exist in the facility and in the locations tab to be able to select from here. And lastly, you can optionally select the par level for this inventory so that Canix can alert you as the quantity gets close to this par level. This determines the reordering point for what point you'll want to go and place another order for more inventory. If you have any questions as you go through this, please talk to your implementation manager or our support team to help you walk through these a little bit more in depth and understand your concepts more fully.